Hey Zoom family, I am here today with the famous Rony Gratereaut. You gotta say it the French way. Anyway, if you haven't been to one of his jam sessions, you might be familiar with some of his work already because he was the featured ZJ on Mega Mix 55 for Brinkemos. So if you've done that choreo in your classes, you've done his work, so you know how good it is. You need to get to his jam sessions. But it's one to get you to know more about him a little bit, so you can come check him out when he's in your area. So, when did you become a Zumba instructor?
I became a Zumba instructor around November 2012.
Wow, okay.
In Orlando, Florida.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's really not that long, and you've already got like such a huge following.
Oh,
so that's amazing.
I already have some experience in the dance world, and well, for me, Zumba was like a little joke at the beginning. I didn't want to accept it, but. I was needing to find a new job. I was just moving from Puerto Rico to Orlando, and I was exploring to find dance classes to teach. Nobody accept me if I don't have a group of followers.
Right.
And I'm new, so I don't have followers.
Right.
So I was like begging for an opportunity, and I found this place in Orlando called Rhythm X, and there was John Gonzalez was working there. And he was about to leave Orlando to move to LA in 2 weeks. So they was looking for somebody to take over his class at that time called Latin hip hop. So they trained me really quick. I start doing Latin hip hop, and in November same year, I got my license as a Zumba instructor, and I started doing Zumba fitness.
That's cool.
Yes, that's a little
and the rest is history.
Yes.
So that was how you got into Zumba. So what did you ever go to Zumba before that point? Had you ever tried before?
Never. That was my first time is when they asked me if I could take over the class, and they invited. It was Latin hip hop at that time, but it was very similar. So the rest of the instructor, the rest of the studio was just pure Zumba fitness classes. So I get the chance to see what it was. This thing about Zumba fitness more than shake and more the commercials that I used to see.
It's a lot better. It's a lot.
Yes,
Exactly.
It's very different from videos to a live class. It's a huge difference. The energy is insane.
Yeah. Well, then you also see how you can make it your own too. That's of course the best part of Zumba. We're not dictated what we have to do. So
exactly. Yeah.
You got to bring all your stuff into it. So what made you decide to become a ZJ? How did that happen?
Also, as I tell you, I come from the dance world, so I've been choreography the majority part of my life. I've been doing like working of create new move, new combination, and especially for competitions and that kind of stuff. So I start my Zumba career as a Zumba fitness instructor locally in Orlando, but then I start investigating more about Zumba. I get motivated to keep growing up into the company, and I found out about the Sinjam program and what they do. So I went my first Sinjam session with Alexa Ciso from Miami, and I fell in love. So I was like curious. I was like, how I can be a Zumba jammer? Like, sign me up like right away. But it was like a really cool process, and I enjoy every step of it.
So how do you think becoming a jammer changed you as an instructor?
Oh, in a lot of different new ways. Like you don't teach anymore regular people, which is amazing because the core of a Zumba instructor is can bring your classes to everybody. But being a Zumba jammer is like have this passion and patience to teach instructors how to deliver choreographies and how to deliver songs and how to cue, which is really important, how to progress steps to their students. So it's like a really big deal, really big responsibility, and yes, is you get passionate about it when you come, especially from the dance world.
Yeah.
Being like you want to create for others.
Right.
Appreciate
it makes you take a look back at like, okay, how am I doing this? How am I presenting this? It really makes you think about your choreography more cleanly.
Yes. Definitely.
So what makes you choose a song for your jam sessions? How do you usually find stuff?
So I try to be unique as I can, because it's so many of us that and everybody want to be unique and bring new songs, new rhythms to the place, so team members can have the chance to experience new rhythms and new things. I go either YouTube and I start watching. I either put the name of a rhythm that I want to explore, or I either go iTunes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I do the same. I usually find either the artist or the rhythm, what rhythm I want to bring to this jam or to this specific area, and I play with that.
Yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people get upset about. They go to a lot of jam sessions. They'll get upset when the ZJ repeats a song another one used. And I don't mind it.
Yes.
I like it because sometimes there's things that you do that I can't do. And when I have two choreographies, I can mix it and make it my own choreography. And it fits me better and I can sell it better.
Definitely.
So don't be afraid of that happening. It just lets you have more unique choreography that nobody else has.
Definitely.
So when you first hear a song you like, do you immediately see choreography, or do you kind of have to like go, okay, what am I going to make work to this?
Really cool that you asked that, because yes, it is that happen when you know that it's the right song, because it's become easy for you to start right away thinking about the steps and the combos that you want to put in. Sometimes, well, I'm weird. Sometimes I got this combination, this combo with no music.
Right.
Like maybe the singer have a song without the melody yet.
Right. Right.
Kind of like that. And then I found this song where the combo goes, like, for me, worked perfectly.
Right.
So I just play a lot with that. But yes, it's sometimes take me times.
Yeah.
Especially when the mega mix come and it's like these fusions.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to be creative but versatile. You want to show team members that and bring new stuff for them to show their students. Yes, it's take you something to study.
Right.
Like, I remember I was working on a band grab, and
My favorite.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with it. But then I took I have the new Bollywood rhythms DVDs. So I went, I studied. I keep researching about name of step, why the hands go here, what the meanings of the hand. Really cool, and you get invested. But then the team members appreciate, because if you arrive with the jam session, not only teaching steps, it giving information like why we do that. And I'm a truly believer of, like, when you get to deliver, you have to feel and you have to know what you are doing first.
Yeah, and that's really important too, because you never know who's coming to your class. I mean, you might have somebody come from India who's actually danced Bhangra over there and might understand all those nuances, and then when you present it that way, they're like, oh, okay, you know what you're talking about.
Really,
so
yes, that's really important.
It helps a lot, definitely. So is there a specific rhythm that you gravitate towards that people can usually expect in your jam sessions?
Well, I don't know why people always relate. Well, maybe I know. I start as a rhythm jammer. When my rhythm was reggaeton. Okay. So people always
from the homeland, of course.
Yes. Yes. People always relate me with reggaeton. And I have a little inclination, just a little bit, because it's easy for me coming from the hip hop.
Yeah.
But I also I'm a ballroom dancer, so I have the salsa very on me, and everything that had to be with the lines and Latin rhythms, as bachata or merengue, is like I'm really attached. And this is another thing. Coming with the question about how I choose the song, I try to choose opposite sides. So I don't stay reggaeton and then I do something similar. Right. I do from reggaeton, then I jump to Bollywood. Right. Salsa, another direction. You know, like I try to create this different, because I know that in a sing jam session usually is like a lot of minds, a lot of team members there, and they want
the variety.
They appreciate the variety, I think.
Definitely. Is there a style or genre that you haven't explored very much that you want to put more into to bring to your sessions?
I think the same way that I did with Bangra, I think that I'm gonna start doing it with belly dancing.
Oh yeah, and that's challenging because the isolations are hard.
Of the
It's
core,
so
yes,
much
definitely,
isolations.
definitely. And another rhythm that I'm pretty really into work on more tango.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's a rhythm that you always look for balance, and yes, it's
Tango's
could
my
be.
favorites.
Yes.
And so yeah, so
Very
that
elegant and
I went
passionate.
to my first Zumba convention was in 2014.
Nice.
And I went to the Latintronica session with Nelly
Yes,
Kirkwood.
with Nelly, yes.
Nelly, and she did an electronic tango, and that's when I was like, oh my god, tango is so amazing, and you don't realize it until you really start digging into some of these different rhythms.
Yes, yeah,
Such
yeah.
great
You
rhythm.
always think like it could be like this boring.
Right, the rose in the
Rhythm.
teeth, dancing like you're in
Yeah,
Argentina.
no, but no, definitely no. It's come from there, but it's a lot of things that you can put in
Yeah.
that decorate and make a choreography bring alive,
Yeah.
and your students
They'll love it.
appreciate it.
They
yes,
will
love
appreciate it, definitely. So what would you tell a Zen member who's never been to a jam session why they need to get to one?
Starting that Xinjiang program is the #1 benefit around the world from Sim members. Other thing that I can say to all of you guys that want to explore is like it's a very unique experience. We consider in Zumba Fitness, we consider a jam session as a part of your continuing education. We saw it as you should have B1, B2 pro skill jam sessions.
Yes.
It's something definitely that help you improve your skills with cueings, to understand better the association with progression. For all of you that doesn't have maybe a fitness certification, which I recommend too, that you go for it. And now for the people who have AFA or ACE,
Get the credits.
you get credits now to assist for Xinjiang sessions.
Exactly.
So you have a lot of benefit into the Xinjiang program.
If you just attend one a month, you get all your credits you need for the 2-year period. You're done.
I know a lot of people that are starting in Zumba Fitness. They got their license. They don't teach because they don't have routines. Xinjiang sessions.
Mhm.
That's the answer. Go Xinjiang sessions. You get up to 5 new choreos right there with everything below. You just have to learn it, and then it's how can I say? It's a continual communication.
Yeah.
It's just don't get there. You keep communicating with the CJ. If you have any question, you always can ask us. You have choreo notes, so you got the routine, write it down, and it's very unique. The experience about Xinjiang session is not a workshop. It's not a dance class. Xinjiang session is a very unique experience, and I highly recommend for everybody.
Yeah, I've learned so much, especially from the rhythm sessions, because the rhythm sessions, once you leave B1, you start to forget a lot of the technique, and you don't realize how sloppy you get over time.
Yes.
And then you go to a rhythm session, and you actually do the drills on the actual B1 steps again.
Yes.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sloppy on this. You don't realize you're not getting down right. You're twisting. You're doing things you shouldn't be doing that you could injure your class. But yeah, it's just a great.
It's a good refresher. Yes.
Great refresher. A lot of instructors kind of get territorial about choreography. Like they want to have stuff that's theirs only. They don't want anybody else doing what they're doing. Why would you tell those people to go to a jam session?
I'm a choreographer. I'm a dancer. So I had that mentality before. If you asked me back in 2012, 2011, I would tell you, nobody can use my routine. Nobody can. When I assisted to my B1 training, it was with Eric Santana.
Who was just here.
Yes. Somebody raised their hand and asked a question, and it was this. If I see one of your routine on YouTube or social media, can I use it? Can I steal it? And this was his answer, and this was the sentence that stayed with me all my career as a Zumba instructor. He answered this. You can do it, definitely. My routines are your routines. And let me tell you something, guys. The moment that you create a routine for Zumba Fitness, either your class or for the program, is not yours anymore. is a Zumba fitness routine. It's for everybody. So that hit me hard because it was like especially in Orlando, in Florida, they are like everybody's good, everybody's really good, and I mean it. So a lot of people get the struggle about don't use my routines, and they get in that fight, but no, is don't think like that. Thinking in the other way, take it as a compliment. Yes, because it's like somebody appreciating your work.
They like it so much they want to do it. Have you ever seen somebody take your choreography and then tweak it and change it, and you're like, oh, I wish I would have done that?
Definitely. Yes, definitely.
That's one of the coolest parts about it.
Definitely. I've been in jam sessions, and you know that we work progression, so we also modify. People always ask questions about how I can do another modification. And I see it right away, and I just turn everybody to the person. Hey, look that. I like that modification. So this is another one that we can do. And also, actually, I love it more than I came up. This is a big community, and everybody have always really good ideas.
Oh yeah, there's so much to learn from each other.
Nobody's better than anybody. That I have a title of a CJ don't make me better choreographer or anything. I never think about that. So I appreciate others' work and others' ideas always.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
So is there anything not to call people out, but is there anything you see instructors do that you wish you could change just to fix to make them better? What is something you see people doing, you're like, oh, if you would just not do that, or you would just change this, you'd be so amazing?
What happens is, like, when we think like that, what actually we are thinking is like, if I change this from this person, I would do it like me. And then if I see something executed in a wrong way, I go and help right away. But I never think about change. I don't know if that question coming from there or
no. Like if you see like people like something like just a pet peeve you see, like you don't see people queuing. Like there's some people just don't queue at all. Or there's some people who queue like after they've already started the next move, and they're like, oh yeah, hey, now go this way. You're like, well, you're already going that way.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, definitely. You think about it. I'm very reserved. I either don't say anything. If the person asks me, which I appreciate it, I tell it with all respect, like, oh, what about if we can work this better? Like a pre-cue. Remember that it's a pre-cue. It's not a cue on time. It's a pre-cue, so you have to let them know before. And then they oh wow, yes, thank you for that, and kind of, but yes, you think about it. You saw people teaching and you would like let's do this better. But I try to appreciate everybody's style.
Oh yeah.
Because we are all different,
right? And
that is what Zumba is all about,
right?
Because how we are a community of all different people.
Yeah. Definitely. So one last question.
Yes.
If you could be in masterclass with anybody from the Zumba world that you haven't worked with yet, who would you love to work with?
That I didn't work yet.
That you haven't been with yet.
Like a big masterclass.
Yeah.
Right?
You could be like at convention, at the biggest class at convention. Who would you love to share the stage with?
It's a lot of people.
I know. There's gotta be somebody that especially when you see their work, you're like, oh yay. Like for me right now, I am just so in love with Mario Gutierrez's work. So like when the new Zen volume came out and Like So was on there, my head exploded. And I was like, oh my God, I can't, this is like the greatest thing in the entire world. I mean, I'm just so in love with his work right now.
Yes.
So I just get very excited when I see it come from him.
You guys gonna laugh because this is probably gonna, if this could happen, it will be like a huge difference on height. It will be Steve.
Steve?
Yes, but he will be like here, and I will be like here. So it will look funny.
Oh no, Steve's the best. I mean,
he is.
How can you not love Steve?
Oh my God, I love Steve.
Okay, so Steve, I know you'll see this. Gotta make Ronnie get up on stage and do something at a convention sometime.
Yes,
so
there you go.
That's all you gotta do. So guys, that's Ronnie. Come to his jam sessions, I'm telling you, and you gotta jump on them quick because they sell out like they're gone. So if you see he's coming to your area, get on it quick.
For me and for everybody, you guys should not wait until last minute to register. Register always on time because it's easy.
It's easy.
Yes.
That's it. And you're gonna see a lot more coming from him. Can't say anything, but there's gonna be more coming from this guy, so keep your eyes on him. His world is gonna get bigger. That's it. Thanks for watching. Join the jam. See you guys soon. Bye.